Well, welcome. Today we're going to do a love fulfilled workshop on our day 6 practice from Calling in the One. So I'm going to invite you to just take a moment. We're going to drop in, close the eyes, find a comfortable position to sit. Just allow yourself to arrive. Taking some nice, deep, cleansing breaths as you sink into this moment. And today we are visioning our life from a place of love fulfilled. So I invite you to grow your ability to imagine your life abundantly filled in love and inclusive of the fulfillment of all your deepest desires. As you soften, just connect to your heart center. Just picturing your vision board, what works best for you. If you would prefer, you can always do this on a piece of cardboard. You can have your vision board be something that you put on your wall, or maybe it's something you put on your computer, somewhere that you're going to see it each day. Just feel into what that feels best for you. This specific workshop is going to be designed to help you find pictures online using the internet and using a program called Canva, which we will dive into. But we really want to feel into what it is that we're even looking for, what it is we're even seeking. So again, connecting to your heart space, take some deep breaths in and out through the heart, maybe even placing your hands on your heart. Dropping out of your head and into your heart. Notice the sounds around you. Notice the smells, sensations. Remembering all the things that you don't want. So when we allow ourselves to really feel into the things that we do not like, sometimes that can be easier to go there as we've known it to be true. And then thinking to yourself what the opposite of all these don't likes or dislikes are. For example, if you don't like to be yelled at, what is the opposite? Maybe it's some deep, compassionate listening. What are the images that come to mind? Begin by anchoring into your vision for love. Just connecting to your deepest desires, all that you yearn to accomplish in this lifetime. Perhaps you'd love to create a soulful marriage, maybe moving to the country, growing a lush vegetable garden. Maybe you're dreaming of starting a successful business and raising a family, along with a big golden retriever. Or maybe you yearn to be fit and healthy and contribute to your community in beautiful and meaningful ways. Just let yourself dare to dream of your very best life in all areas, knowing that you can have it all. You can have a successful business and the love of your life. that supportive partner. And we're going to take about 5 minutes to just write in your journal. What are those desires? What are all the things that you yearn to accomplish in this lifetime? I'm going to put on some music so we can take that 5 minutes to just brain dump, writing a list. What kind of pictures come to mind? What kind of desires come to mind? And let yourself dream big. And again, if it feels hard to dream big, check in with those dislikes and what's the opposite of what you don't want anymore.
Going, but hearing the sound of the riff and condensing gas. Rather than saying that human being can do is to keep on standing and rise up like a flower underground, like a flower from underground.
You live in a different world.
There's no one here but us space people.
And then there's the right corner, like a garden full of flowers. light gets dim, like in a church almost. Just so you don't want to come up.
Just taking a moment to also write in your journal words that are representative of the fulfillment of what love looks like for you. What do you want to feel? How do you feel when you're in love?
Makes you wonder what the world's coming to.
We'll take about 1 more minute. All right, so you should have at least a good place to start of some words, some feelings. And just a reminder, this is, as the chapter really emphasizes, this is not about, I want someone with a six-pack abs or a six-figure job. I want a man or a woman that is rich and going to take care of me and a sugar mama or papa. This is about really the feeling that you're going to be receiving in your partnership. And love often does not look like the way we had anticipated it, or the way that our parents told us that we should marry into, like you should marry into money. So really get all that old baggage and all the past out of the way. We're moving forward from the future backwards. So we're starting where we want to be in a love fulfilled and what that looks like. Joyful, it feels good. I feel happy. I feel trusted. I feel supported, things like that. And kind of working our way backwards. What is it going to require of me to be or to receive these things in love? So if I want to feel supported, then perhaps I need to be supportive. If I want to have someone that is deeply caring and compassionate, then I need to be deeply caring and compassionate. So these words are also not just for what you wish to receive, but it's what you wish to give. So this is the giving and the receiving process that we're going to start to grow into. And even if today you find 2 pictures, it's a start. And this vision board can be changed a million times. You can swap photos and start again, and you can restart however many times you want, or keep adding to it or changing words. So just know this does not have to be perfect. Over the course of these next few weeks, we'll be diving in more, and you have the rest of your life to update this vision board, and it will change and it will evolve just as you will grow, change, and evolve. So we're going to start with finding some words online, and I just want to show you how to, if you're not tech savvy, I'm going to walk you through how to do this whole process. And if you are tech savvy and this is kind of like something that you just want to speed through, go for it. I honor wherever you are in your technological capabilities, but we are gonna start. I'm on a PC and not a Mac, so I'm gonna walk you through, and if it doesn't look like your computer or your laptop, you know your computer and your laptop, do your best. You are a smart, resourceful, amazing human being, and you can do this. And Google is always a great help too. So I'm gonna share my screen and we're gonna begin. So first off, I do recommend, if you are watching the replay, pull up Spotify. I like these chill hop music vibes. They're always kind of nice. Tonight we're listening to Calm Vibes. Find it kind of sexy, so we'll go with that. And I will throw this in the Discord too, in case anybody wants to listen to the exact playlist. So find some music that's gonna work for you and that you really enjoy to just kind of relax and create to. And let's pull up, get rid of all these tabs, and let's pull up canva.com. So I'm going to go to canva.com. If you have not already downloaded or signed up for Canva, you're going to want to create an account. So in order to do that, just sign up for the free version and you will be able to go into your Canva account. And when you get into your Canva account, this is what it's going to look like. I have created a template for you, but just so you know, up at the top here, if you go to home, it's always going to bring you back home. If you're ever wanting to go use a template, you have all these templates that you can use if you want to create something for Instagram, something personal, business marketing, blah, blah, blah. There's so many templates for you that you can use. And then if you hover over features, you can see that there's free photos that you can choose from, which makes it really handy, especially for what we're doing. And then you can go to learn, and this really breaks down for you all sorts of tutorials on how to use this program. There's a lot to learn in here, so we're keeping it very, very brief and simple today. I did put in our Discord channel a link. So here is a Canva template, and we're going to walk through this template. So if you click on this link, it's going to come here and say a template was created by Priscilla and wants to share with you. You'll say yes, use this template. You'll also notice this is an 11.5 by 8 inch, so your standard printable. So you can print this when you're done and put it up on your wall. You'll click on use template, and then it's going to pop up and it's got all these little clouds and green grass images. These are individual pictures. Each one is an individual picture. So for example, we're going to go find one of those words that we were looking for. So I'm going to just click on this tab here. I'm going to go to google.com and we're going to type in image of, and let's say, what are we looking for? Let's say we're looking for trust. I want trust in my relationship. Boom, there's all these different words that say trust. And then you're going to choose one that you feel like is really calling to you. Personally, for me, this doesn't say the word trust, but I kind of like this picture. It's a little circusy and makes me happy. And some of them are going to say stock photos, and you might have to pay for some images. So just keep that in mind. If I wanted to use this, I would right click and say save image as. And then it's going to pop up that basically I'm in a folder, and I'm going to go to downloads and just show you. I like to go to my downloads section. Again, if you're on a Mac, it might look different, but you're going to create a folder. For me, you can just right click anywhere and then create a new folder by going to new and then folder. Or you can go up at the top here, top left, where it says new folder, and you can create a new folder that way. The folder will show up and you will type in here, maybe vision board, for example. I already have a folder like that, so I'm going to delete this one. And here is my vision board 2021. So I'm going to double click in here, and I already added a couple of photos that called to me. You can change the name under file name here. So for example, I can call this trust. Oops. And then hit save. It is nice to get in the habit of just saying what your photo is to you. And let's say, you know, maybe you wanted a photo like this. You could just right click on it, save image as, and then save it to your folder. And again, I can do trust, and I like to just add a number afterwards, trust 2. And then let's say I want to have the actual word trust. I'm going to right click, save image as, and then trust word. And then perhaps we want to find image of support. That's kind of cute. So again, we're saving our pictures. These are kind of nice and fun. So this is how we collect our pictures for our design. And again, this is love fulfilled. This is not just you know, your romantic relationship, but this is all relationships, really. This is a vision board for what you want your life to look like with all relations. Okay, so we've got at least a couple pictures here. Now we're going to go to Canva, and to the very left, you're going to select Uploads. Okay, and then I'm going to click on this purple button that says Upload Media. And then we're going to go into that folder we just created, Vision Board. And I'm actually just going to select all these photos. See how they highlight in blue? I'm going to select all of them and click on Open. And it's going to upload. See how all of them are starting to upload? You'll see a little progress bar starting to develop at the bottom of each picture, showing you where they are. It's starting to upload. And as you see those progress bars go away, that means the picture is fully uploaded. So now these are all uploaded. Consider this like your library of photos. This has all of my pictures I've ever uploaded into Canva. So it's really, really nice. And then if you ever want to delete one, you just hover over the image, click on the 3 dots, and then trash, and that will delete it. You can also upload videos or audio. So it's kind of handy, but we won't get into that today. The other things that I'd like you to play around with here. So for example, we found these words. There is another way in Canva that's kind of fun. Instead of going to Google, you can try in Canva. If you're on a free account, I do want to forewarn you that some photos are, you have to have the paid version, but a lot of stuff you can find for free. So let's go to this elements section here. So to the left, click on elements. And let's see what happens if we type in trust here. And then go to photos. And then boom, all sorts of photos that say trust are going to pop in. So you don't necessarily have to go to Google to get, see, a lot of these are the same ones we saw on Google. So it's kind of cool. You can do pretty much everything in Canva, which is why I love Canva so much. So let's go ahead and just get started creating. Let's say I want to bring this one in. So I'm going to drag and drop. I click on the picture, I drag and drop it in, and then boom, it drops right in. If you ever want to double click that specific picture, you can double click, and then all of a sudden you'll see these nodes, these little circles. That's called a node. If you want to expand that picture, you can expand it bigger or smaller and have it fit the way you want it. It can be a little tricky. I recommend just dragging and dropping and making some small minor tweaks. If you are, this is also a template. So if you're like, I don't want that, feel free to just click on one of these boxes, click delete, and it will go away. And then if you want to add in your own words, you can also click on over to the left, click on the letter T for text. And then you can go to add a heading and type in trust that way. And you can change your fonts by double clicking on the text. Up at the top, you have your font, what we call a typeface. If you click on that, you can change the font to whatever you really like, whatever calls to you. Let's say you like this Sailor's Condensed, you'll keep it at that, and you can even change the size here, or you can adjust by clicking on those nodes and making it go up or down. And if you're ever like, ooh, that's not what I wanted to do, luckily you have an undo button or Control Z. So the Control key and the letter Z will undo, or you can click on the arrow until you find yourself where you want to be. All right, so let's start adding photos. Once again, you have the option of going to Google if you want some extra photos that maybe you can't get from Canva, or just stay in Canva, click on Elements, type in the words you're looking for. Let's see what they've got for connection. Puzzle pieces. Let's see what they have for romance. So you're just basically clicking these images and dragging them where you want them to go. And let's say you would prefer to have these images, like if you added an image somewhere that you didn't like, just click on that image and then you can click delete and it'll delete that image out. So we're just gonna keep adding photos in. Again, just follow your heart, what calls to you, like want a little more passion, and let's say that picture doesn't fit there, maybe drag it to where it does fit into one of these other boxes. So again, we're just kind of clicking on pictures that call to our hearts and going with the words that you had written. Maybe passion was one for me, so I can click in here and find photos of passion like that. So hopefully you're getting the idea. Also, if you have photos of your own, for example, if I go back to uploads to the left and I look at my own personal images, like I want to drag some Bob Ross in here because we're getting into painting and that's fun for me. But if you have any photos that already call to you, like for me, I am in a partnership and I really enjoy doing my sound healings with my partner. So I can drag that over and bring it in. So if you do have photos that are already you and your joy and you want to bring more of that in, bring it in. So I am going to put on some music. I'm going to stop sharing. And we're gonna take some time to just do our thing and create. So feel free to start Googling. And actually, I'm gonna keep sharing my screen so you guys can kind of follow or just see kind of the process that I go through. And you can feel free to take it or leave it. Maybe it inspires you, maybe it doesn't. But have fun. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and put a pin into it. And I'm just gonna share my screen once more to show you just a few things. So in my collage here, some of the photos I had to move around, like double click on them to center them and drag them. So you'll double click, center, and just kind of move them around till they're at your liking. And I also added in some different graphics. And for example, if I wanted to show these like couples meditating, just notice if it says pro, you won't be able to do it unless you have a paid account. So you're looking for anything that says free. So like this graphic I could throw in for free, but I don't want that. So just look for the free. And if you can't find it for free and you're like, dang it though, I really like that, then go back to Google and search whatever you are looking for and see if you can find it there. So, and then you'll just upload it into Canva as I showed you in the beginning. So I hope that helps inspire you, and feel free to ask me any questions in the Discord channel if you have any, if you want to, again, continue to add to this as much as you'd like. For example, you know, if I want to add in something that says play, let's see if we come up with any of the words that are, it's kind of just symbols and graphics. So not really what I'm looking for. So I might just want to add in my own text. So I can click on the text, I can click on the heading and write play. And then I can double click here and change the color by clicking on the letter A. Let's say I want that to be a yellow. And then I'm gonna size it down. Another tip here is when you see this little crossbar where it's like a plus symbol with little arrows, if you click and hold there, that's how you move the selected image around or text box around. And I'm just gonna put this maybe a little more in the playful zone. And if you want this to stand out too, you can double click and click on effects at the top. This is called a ribbon, so it's got all of your text information. You can click there and select lift, or even add a little bit of a shadow, and you can change your drop shadow to like black. So it gives it a little more of a pop off the screen. Another thing you can do is go to elements to the left and search for like paint. I always like these paint splashes to throw in the background. So I can throw that behind play, and I can downsize it to where it just gives that play a little bit of a pop. So that's just another tip. And if you want it to just be a square or a rectangle, you can type in rectangle. If you're looking for a specific shape, you just search for it. And when you click on it, you can make it as big or as small as you would like, by clicking on the side or the top or the bottom or the nodes. So play around with that. And if you ever do something that you're like, dang it, that's not what I meant to do, just undo. Easy enough. Or you redo. For example, if I want to duplicate this, I'm going to click on the paint splash and the word play, and I'm going to hold my control key. If you're on an Mac, then you're going to hold your command key. Actually, sorry, you're going to hold, oops. That didn't let me do it. Shift key. Sorry, not your control key. You're going to hold your shift key down while selecting both of them, and then you can move them both wherever you want. Let's say, for example, you want to duplicate this. You can right click and copy and then paste. I like to use Control V or Command Control V. And then let's bring this kind of over here maybe. And we'll say adventure. And if you want to make that back a little bit wider, you can widen it up. You can also make it transparent. So at the top, you'll see these little squares. Click on that and just kind of soften so you can still see some of the images in the background, but have your word really pop out. So there we go. So I'm going to call this basically done. I'll probably keep tweaking it, to be honest, but I encourage you to make something that calls to you, that suits you. And if you would like, you can share it with us on Discord or don't, but definitely print it somewhere. We'll say romance. And you can change the color also if you are looking to change the color. And another tip about changing colors, if you click on this plus at the top left, you can actually select what color specifically you want this to be. So give that a go. All right. Thank you, everyone. And do we have any questions? All right, I encourage you, when you are complete, the final step will be to click on this download at the very top. You click on download. You can do this as a PNG. If you're going to print it, I do suggest you do PDF print. When you click on that, you can say download. It's going to download to your computer, and it will tell you when it's done. Boom, there it is at the very bottom. And then from here, I can straight up print this out. Or another thing that you can do is save this as a PDF, print it wherever you need to go as a printer. Another thing that I'm going to show you, because I might throw this just up on my desktop, is I'm going to say download and save it as a PNG. And then I'm going to download this so I can actually save this as my Maybe want to save it as my lock screen, I think. I need a new lock screen. So as that's downloading, close out. So just learned this the other day. At the very bottom left in the little search bar, I'm going to search lock screen settings. And this is what my lock screen looks like right now. Let's choose a picture and let's go to our downloads because that's where we just were. And there is my vision board. I'm going to click it, say choose picture. Let's see what happens. Oh, hey, very cool. So now it will be somewhere that I can always see it. All right. So that is our lesson 6. And I hope this was helpful. That is how to create a digital vision board for Love Fulfilled. Thank you so much and namaste.